Hello, welcome to Danielle's Critters. In today's episode of Meet the Critter, we're actually meeting Ugri-Bugri. So Ugri-Bugri was one of our first gargoyle geckos, and I was super excited to get him because of his beautiful red and orange stripes. He's now going to be in the most awkward position possible. This is actually our second take, and he's all ready to be done. He's like, we've been out too long already. Um, so anyway, he was actually the third gargoyle gecko I got. I had purchased a couple of babies after I decided that I was going to breed gargoyle geckos, and then we decided that we were impatient and we didn't want to wait for the babies to grow up. So I started looking for adults, and I found Ugri-Bugri on Craigslist. He lived about 3 hours from our house, and I had a friend who lived in the same city, so I asked her to pick him up for me. And her and her daughters actually took care of Ugri-Bugri for the first couple of weeks, and they're the ones that named him. So they're Hungarian, and in Hungarian, Ugri-Bugri means jumpy bumpy. And he was a jumpy guy. He was a full grown adult, and he was just nervous. He has settled down quite a bit, as you can see, and he is pretty good with handling. He is a little ready to be done. He has been out for quite a while now. Anyway, I was super excited to get him because of the red and orange stripes. And what I didn't know was that the lady who owned Ugri-Bugri was actually getting out of breeding gargoyle geckos, and I picked up the rest of her gargoyle geckos a couple of weeks later. So it was super exciting, and they were the beginning of our gargoyle gecko breeding. And Ugri-Bugri has produced a lot of pretty babies here, and he's produced some that are a little more boring. Um, but we have a whole back son of his that should be ready this next year, who is really, really stunning. Ugri-Bugri is definitely one of my favorites, though, with his bright colors and his fairly calm personality. He's also got some great structure. He really, really doesn't want to show you, but he's got these really nice horns on the top of his head. Let's see if we can get that phone to focus. And he's got the spectacle around his eyes. That's when there's a colored ring around their eyes. And he's got the blushing on his cheek. Just a real, real pretty boy. Even though his son actually does top him. Ugri-Bugri will be sticking around here for at least one more season. We are going to start pairing his son next year to some of Ugri-Bugri's ladies, but not the son's mom. So Ugri-Bugri will be staying with Meteor. Now, Ugri-Bugri is the one gargoyle gecko that has a domestic violence charge against him. So gargoyle geckos can be fairly aggressive to each other during breeding, and I don't cohab mine because of that. But Ugri-Bugri was in with Meteor for a couple of days, and he beat Meteor up. She had a swollen face where he had been biting her, and so that does happen and is a risk of breeding. And the little stinker. So now I give him a lecture every time he's moved in with a girl that he's got to be nice to her. Thankfully, that is the only time he's been not so nice. And we look forward to getting a lot more babies in the future. So if you would like to see more of Ugri-Bugri, or you have any questions about him, you are welcome to leave the questions in the comments below. That would be great. But you can also request for him to be on a live stream. He's now on the floor. I'm just trying to keep an eye on him. You can request that he join us for a live stream. We will be doing live streams every Friday that we do not have a show. And we would love it if you took a moment to subscribe, to like this video. We are working really hard on growing Danielle's Critters YouTube channel into something really awesome. There will be upcoming care guides. There will be some bioactive builds and some behind the scenes videos that we've got planned. And we're really, really excited about that. And I hope to see you in the next one. Have a great day.